Alaska, the largest state with the smallest population. Alaska is the largest state in the United States by area. In fact, when compared to other states, it's larger than the combined area of 22 of them. This region spans over 1.7 million square kilometers, yet its population is extremely low, only about 700,000 people. That makes it one of the most sparsely populated areas in America. The foolish purchase that paid off. Interestingly, Alaska was not always part of the United States. Until 1867, it belonged to the Russian Empire, and the US bought it for only $7.2 million. At the time, many people called the purchase Seward's Folly, believing it was a pointless acquisition of a remote land. But later, with the discovery of oil and gold, it turned out to be an incredibly profitable deal. The meaning behind the name Alaska. The name Alaska comes from the language of the region's indigenous people, derived from the word Alyeska, meaning the land facing the sea or the Great Land. It's a fitting name, as Alaska borders the sea on multiple sides, and its vast, untouched wilderness is truly immense. Closer to Russia than to the US mainland. Alaska is actually geographically closer to Russia than it is to the contiguous United States. Two small islands known as the Diomede Islands are located in the Bering Strait. One belongs to the US and the other to Russia. These islands are only 4 kilometers apart, but interestingly, the international date line runs between them. This means you can stand on the American island and clearly see the Russian one, which is 1 full day ahead in time. That's why one is nicknamed Tomorrow Island and the other Today Island, a phenomenon found nowhere else in the world, where classic laws don't always apply. In many remote parts of Alaska, the law doesn't exist in the traditional sense. The lack of infrastructure, vast distances between settlements, and harsh weather conditions have led residents to rely on traditional and self-made solutions. In some towns and villages, people have formed their own safety teams. Barter systems are still used in certain areas, where goods or services are exchanged instead of money. This primitive yet organized way of life has made Alaska a haven for those seeking to escape the complexities of modern civilization. Land of the midnight sun and endless night. One of Alaska's most unique geographical phenomena is the extreme variation in daylight hours throughout the year. In places like the city of Utqiagvik, formerly known as Barrow, the sun doesn't set for about 80 days in the summer, while in winter it doesn't rise for over 60 days. This phenomenon deeply affects the mental health of residents, leading to sleep disorders, seasonal depression, and disruptions in daily routines. Many people use special light therapy lamps to help regulate their biological clocks. The heroic serum run that inspired a tradition. In 1925, a dangerous epidemic broke out in the town of Nome, Alaska. The only hope was to deliver serum from a distant city. With no vehicles able to cross the snowy terrain, several teams of sled dogs traveled hundreds of kilometers through icy wilderness to deliver the life-saving medicine. This heroic event inspired the annual Iditarod race, where mooshers and their dogs journey across vast distances. It's more than just a sporting event. It's a tribute to the bravery, loyalty, and sacrifice of the dogs that saved human lives, vast yet barely inhabited. Despite its land area being comparable to countries like Iran or Mexico, Alaska has a population of less than 1 million. A large portion of this population resides in the city of Anchorage. Outside this city, vast regions exist where human presence is rare. In some areas, residents must travel for hours by plane or boat just to buy basic necessities or attend school. This isolation has helped preserve Alaska as one of the most untouched natural areas in the world, the state that pays its residents. Since 1982, the Alaskan government has shared a portion of its oil revenues annually with all official residents of the state. This payment, known as the Permanent Fund Dividend, is given to every resident, including children, and ranges from $1,000 to $2,500 depending on the economic situation. For many families, this provides significant help in covering living or educational expenses. Few places in the world actually pay people to live there. Untouched wilderness and unclimbed peaks. Some parts of Alaska are still not fully mapped. There are mountains that no climber has ever reached, lakes whose depths remain unknown, and forests that no human has walked through. These features have made Alaska the ultimate destination for adventurers and nature lovers. In this land, one can still feel the essence of a world before humans. Myths and monsters of the Alaskan wilderness. In Alaska's indigenous folklore, stories abound of mythical creatures such as Sasquatch or the Iceman that are said to inhabit dense forests. Some locals swear they've heard screams or seen shadowy movements of these beings at night. These deeply rooted beliefs have inspired documentaries, films, and research into the unknown mysteries of the state. Whether real or not, these legends add to Alaska's allure. The haunting sounds of frozen lakes. During winter, when rivers and lakes freeze, the cracking of thick ice layers can produce sounds often mistaken for unnatural or even extraterrestrial noises. These sounds can be haunting, especially at night. Some of them are so loud and eerie that sci-fi filmmakers have used them as inspiration for sound effects in their movies. Communities that ban alcohol. Surprisingly, some Alaskan towns and indigenous communities have completely banned the sale and consumption of alcoholic beverages. These decisions are made locally through direct votes by residents and stem from social issues caused by excessive alcohol use. In these areas, stores are not allowed to sell alcohol, and even bringing it in can result in fines or penalties. This unique approach to social control and public health is a rare example of democratic local governance amid harsh and remote natural surroundings. Now that we've uncovered so many fascinating facts about Alaska, what do you think of this wild and wonderful state? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for supporting us by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. And don't forget to click on the next video to keep exploring more amazing stories from around the world.